I heard this quote a long time ago from somewhere that um, people die twice. First is their physical death, and second is the last time someone says your name or the last time someone thinks about you. So, people like historical figures may be physically dead, but they're still remembered and they're still talked about to this day. So, their second death hasn't been reached. Compared to someone like your great 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 grandfather, unless you have a family who kind of knows about that person's history, they're probably dead in the sense that no one really remembers them. You don't remember them, and you don't really know who they were. And I mention this because I think forgetting could be the final form of death, or could be the actual end of something. And I don't want to just talk about forgetting in the sense of human death. I kind of want to explore it in memory, because the only proof that we have of the past existing to ourselves is our own memory. And you can't even really trust your memory because sometimes your memory kind of makes things up, right? But there are certain things from the past that stick to you and certain things that you lose. And I think I tend to focus on the things that I lose, things that slip from my memory, and I kind of grieve them because I know that they're never going to come back. And for most of the things that I forget don't have tangible proof like pictures or text messages or things like that. And so when you're holding on to a memory that's so valuable, then it's like you're holding on to its life. And that if you let go and if you forget it, then you're never going to have it again. You're never going to be reminded of it. And because it's in the past, it was in the past, and it only happened once, or it only happened a long time ago. It's like gone forever. And this kind of talks about a bigger topic of how the past is something that's gone forever, and that's nothing new. I think all of us kind of intuitively know that, but I think when you look backwards at your life or look backwards at just previous events, what we would call canon events in your life, it's kind of like you can't even make up everything about it, and certain things are slipping, and you're just forgetting things piece by piece. It's like a puzzle. It's like a huge puzzle, but all the pieces are falling off. But you still kind of remember what the puzzle looked like in whole. But even though little things are coming off, you're kind of realizing how if I keep forgetting, I'm gonna lose it eventually. I'm never gonna remember it. And I don't know if this is a video about you should let things die in your own memory, or you should cling to them. Cause I'm certainly a victim of like clinging to memory and how emotional it makes me. A lot of times when I get emotional, I just look back at previous events and kind of like grieve those moments and how they can never happen again. Some things in your life can never be replicated, and there's a beauty in that. But it's just a natural human thing to kind of be sad about it, you know. Um, when I describe it in this way, it's like the past is dying, or every fun thing that's happened in your life is dead by now if you've forgotten it. And even if you remember it, right, it's kind of it's going to die eventually. And I don't know, I've never really seen death that way. Since I've always been a natural believer that death is a natural thing, it's a natural cause. Just like being born is not controlled by you. You can't really control when you're gonna die. So the inevitability of death makes it less scary. Like I can say that I'm not really afraid of death. But when I look at death in this way, it's kind of it kind of puts a picture on it. Like it makes you imagine how fragile or how just how important everything is now. And when you look back like that and you look at yourself where you are now, it's kind of like you try to think all these days that I'm living and every experience that I'm experiencing right now, 10 years from now, it will be dead. It will be forgotten. And it will not have mattered at all. And I don't know if that thought makes you feel like you want to live more carelessly, you want to live more um, joyfully, you want to live more sad or whatever. Kind of, I think that thought does different things to different people, but I think it's just right for us. It's kind of our duty to look at this and just realize that the now is the only thing that really matters, and that spending too much time on the past is not really worth it because it's gonna die eventually. And rather than looking backwards, you need to look right now where you are, where your feet are, and realize that since you're gonna forget it anyways, and since every moment that you're living is going to die eventually, as you're in it, while you're in that moment, while you feel alive, that is what matters. So I think this video is very cheesy in the sense that it's really just about the power of now. But I've just never thought about memories dying. I think it's a poetic thing. I think that everything does die. We know that, but the idea that forgetting is death is something I just wanted to explore in this one. I remember one of the last interactions I had with a close friend was when we were in kind of a taxi after a long, fun day of going out somewhere, and one of the last things I told that person, the last thing I told that person now at this point, was something like, I hope you don't forget me, or I hope you remember me, because I was leaving the country. And I was leaving the country and staying somewhere else indefinitely. And I knew we were going to be separated for a long time. I told him something like that. And it's just a nice thing to remember that even though, yeah, we can say that the now is important and the past is something that we should forget. It's like, I could have died or I could have disappeared and never talked to that person ever again. But I'm still, if they didn't forget about me and if I did mean anything to them, I'm still in them in the sense that they remember that moment and I'm not forgotten. And I think that if you're able to be a meaningful person to multiple people, it's like you can stay in their memory, you can stay in their hearts, and this is nothing new. People all know this, but I think I've just never really looked at it that way. And I think just that thought makes you live differently, knowing that everything is temporary and that nothing is ever going to last except for what's happening right now. And this video is really redundant because I'm just saying that over and over again, but I just need to think about that. And I need to remind myself that all the time. And I think that's it for this one. I want to make better videos. I think the last few videos I made are really bad. I think the last few video topics are fine. They're kind of just very spontaneous things. Like I think about a phrase, which is usually the title, and I kind of just talk about it because I kind of enjoy it, and it's content that I would watch. But I don't know. I don't know where this channel's going. I think I'm not really chasing views in the sense that I'm looking at each video and where its failures are and what it could be improved upon. I'm just making videos because I kind of need an outlet. And that's really what this channel is. And I want to make videos that are meaningful, that are deep. And I don't know if I'm doing that right. And I don't know what I need to do to improve that. And I don't really know how to check because I don't really get any feedback for any of these videos. It's really just me. But I think the main purpose of this channel is just staying true to like what I think and what I feel, and trying to put that on a recording, and that's really it. So, yeah, well, I'll keep making videos, and surely the next one will be a bit better, and I'll see you then.